Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing tutorials on the new Huda Beauty nude palettes that I have right here. I'm going to be doing two different looks. I'm going to be doing one with a medium palette and one with the rich palette. I will have all the information down below in my description box. You guys can go ahead and check that out in case I didn't say something. You guys can know exactly what's on this face. So I don't want to ramble on. I just want to go ahead and move right into the two tutorials and my thoughts on the two new palettes and whether I recommend purchasing them or not. So stay tuned. So the first look we're going to go ahead and do today is with the Nude Rich palette, which looks like this. Look at this beautiful snake print. And this is what the inside looks like. As you guys can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. I actually wore this shirt to match this palette and like the whole look. But there's so many beautiful colors in here, and I just love the fact that it has a good range of mattes and shimmers. So what we're gonna go ahead and do today is a more easier look. We're gonna be using some more like drama colors, but it's gonna be an easy look to recreate. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first color I'm gonna be taking is this nice neutral color right here. It's a very beautiful matte shade. And we're gonna be placing that right on our crease, and that's just kind of like a starting point so that everything on top blends easy. If you guys notice, this palette does have a lot of warm matte shades. This is the lightest matte shade out of them all, and I feel like it's perfect because it serves as a really pretty transition color. Then I'm going to go in with a flat brush. I'm taking this Sigma Beauty Bird brush, and we're going to be taking this very dark color. And the reason I'm using this color out of all of them is because I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be scared of that color and be like, how do I use that? I'm about to show you exactly how you can use this and make it look phenomenal. So we're going to start off by applying this all over the lid. And you don't have to be really clean applying it because we are going to be blowing up this color. We just kind of like to start off on the lid so that that's where the main pigment lands. And we're slowly going to start blending it right into that light color that we had on our crease. The reason I like to apply it onto the lid as opposed to just slapping it all over is because I feel like this allows you to keep control of the color. I find that with darker colors, if you just slap it on wherever, sometimes it can tend to look very messy, and you don't have to use this the way that I'm using it. You can also use this as a crease color, transition color. You can use it to smoke out a smoky eye that you may want to create with this palette. I feel like a lot of times, like I mentioned earlier, people see this color and they're just like, oh my gosh, that's too intense for me. I can't, I'm scared. How do I not make it look like, you know, I got hit in the face? And I find that these techniques have really helped me come a long way. And you guys can see what it's starting to look like. We do have some fallout right here of the brown shade, but that's okay because we're going to go in with concealer and fix that up. Now we're going to move on to the star of the show because, of course, we're not going to leave this like this. I mean, you could, because I feel like it gives you like a smoky vibe, especially if you're into like a matte look. This would be great. But I do want to go in with another color. So I'm going to be starting off with this shade right here. And we're just going to be roughly applying this just in the middle of the eye. And this is something that I've recently started to do this year. I started to do kind of like a very like unscripted halo looking eye, just kind of making it easier because I know there's like, I used to do those very structured halo eyes that like just were completely defined. That took me forever to do because I'm such a perfectionist. But this year I've been really into doing things that are kind of like the easier version, but still look like, you know, they took a while. So I'm just applying this shade right in the center, as you can see. And then for the top part, that's where I kind of expand it to kind of almost make it look like, you know, it's more structured halo and not so defined. I find that when I do it kind of like squarey, it can look really structured and kind of like, oh my gosh, it looks too done up. So I like the fact that with this one, I can just kind of, you know, apply it where I want to, keep it in the middle, and almost have it look like a halo eye, but a very easy to do halo eye that doesn't require too much time. Because I feel like that's what a lot of us want, are looks that are easy to do, looks that we can quickly do and go. I just love this combination, and the reason I picked these 3 colors to do this first look on was because I feel like these are the colors that not many people are going to gravitate towards, and I want to push you guys out of your comfort zone. So I'm going back into this color, and I like the fact that it has a pretty shimmer, but it also kind of has glittery, pretty reflexes. So what I like to do to really get the most payoff out of the colors is press. I find that when I press the color, it really allows me to have this beautiful color payoff, and it almost gives it like a duochrome look. Like, it's purpley, but it also kind of has some reflexes of gold, which I am a big fan of. And I want to see the potential of this color, so I'm going to be going in with some spray and trying to make it a little bit more pigmented to really pop. Taking my Versali spray. And I was thinking about using a different color, but I think I want to just stick to this color right here. Oh, wow. Okay, when I went in with that spray, it just took everything to the next level. So if you want the full capacity of this, go in with a spray, because, I mean, look at that. It just made it pop, like, next level. This is so pretty. Yes. I'm going to be taking some eyeliner and applying it right on this waterline, just because we are going to go in with a lash, so we kind of want that all to blend together. And because we are working with dark eyeshadows, it blends perfectly in. Then I'm going to be going in with my lash curler, and we're going to be using a light coat of this mascara. So you guys recommended the KKW Beauty mascara, so I went back and got it, and you guys said it was amazing, and I do actually really like it. I'm so happy you guys gave me this recommendation, because you guys hooked a girl up. But you can leave it like this, or you can go ahead and apply a falsie. So what I'm going to go ahead and do today is apply a falsie. I'm going to be applying my current favorite falsie that I like to wear every day, and that is the Ardell Naked Lash. This is my unopened one, but I do have one that I'm currently using. So I'm going to take that out from my little lash case. I've been obsessed with these, and I just like the fact that they are so easy to wear. I like these lashes because I feel like they're so natural. I love my dramatic lashes, don't get me wrong, but it's really nice to have a good, nice, comfortable, natural lash that can really make the eye pop a little bit more than without a lash. So this pretty much completes the first eye look. Just very simple, wearable, and easy. As you guys can see, I could have easily gone and like blown up that lower lash line to make it really pop. But honestly, I wanted to show you guys that this look can be wearable. It can be a look that you don't have to be intimidated by, that you could wear during the day or like a day event. It's just a very pretty look. Right now it is 9 a.m. I'm about to rock this look for the day. So that's just letting you guys know. You guys can do anything with this look. Also, if you wanted to take this for an evening out and just transition from day to night, you can start off with this during the day, and for the evening, you can just go in and smoke out the lower lash line with that dark color we went in with all over the lid, and there you have an evening look with some bold liner right on the waterline. So it's just a very easy look to do. Anybody can do this, and as you guys can see, you guys can still make this look so glam and beautiful with just a very natural, simple Ardell Naked Lash. I'm telling you guys, the 424 is like thebomb.com, and I am just really here for this look. I feel like it's absolutely stunning. Okay guys, so now we're gonna move on to look 2, and for look 2, I am going to be using the other palette that I purchased, which was the Nude Medium palette. It looks just like this, super stunning packaging. It kind of has, again, that really cool animal print, and then you open it and you get these beautiful shades right here. Like, this is such a gorgeous palette. This one is like totally in my comfort zone. Like, this row right here just giving me like hot cocoa vibes, like super like warm, like cozy fall, just snatch look. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use these colors right here. The other colors are very beautiful, but I kind of want to like mix things up. I may actually also mix this with this. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So we're going to first start off with this nice warm color right here, and that's going to serve as our crease color, our transition color, and we're going to tuck that into our crease. Then I'm going to go in and start to warm the crease up. So we're going to be taking this nice like burnt red brown color, and we are going to be applying that right on top of that first color. As you can see, this looks very nice and pigmented right here, and it just looks so lovely. I have to say, there's not much fallout with these. Like, I tap and there's nothing that's like really intense of a fallout coming through, which is definitely a good thing, especially for those people that hate fallout. I don't mind fallout, but it's nice to know that even though I'm really patting here, there's no fallout coming through. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of that color and bring it onto the crease. This is such a beautiful color, OMG. Like, even if I were to use this color alone all over the lid and just calling it a day with that color, like, it would be perfection, because it's like the perfect warmth that you want for this holiday season. Now that we have those two shades in the crease, we're gonna go ahead and take the darkest shade on the outer crease part and start to kind of wrap it up. So we're gonna be taking this brownie shade right here. So this one has a little bit more fallout than all the other matte colors we've used. I think it's probably because it's the darkest one, so they have to press it a little bit more, because you guys know that with darker colors, they can be a little bit tricky to formulate. We're just keeping that color, like I mentioned, right on this outer edge and really in the crease, because we want it to give shadow and the illusion that there's a lot of depth right in this end. I'm also going to be taking my big blender and kind of slowly blend everything in together so that there's not a lot of harshness. Okay, so now we're going to be going in with the star of the show, which is this beautiful, like, darker gold. And you can see we're going to be taking that, and we're going to be placing that on our lid and just cutting the crease. Wow, that is stunning. I'm gonna take it all the way through because I'm going to smoke out this outer edge with that brown that we went in with our crease. So we're just gonna kind of leave it there. But this is like total, like, Thanksgiving vibes almost. So then we're gonna go in with this really pretty, like, red orangey toned color. And we're gonna place that on top of the first shimmer that was like that deeper gold. And let's see what this creates. Just kind of want to give it like a duochrome effect. Wow. These shades together are magical. It's like a sunset almost. So I do want to take a little bit of my First Solly spray because I did go ahead and use it for the first look, and you guys saw how it took the eyeshadow to the next level. Now, I do have to say, you do not need to use a spray. Like, this amount of pigmentation and how beautiful and like just how much it pops on the eye is enough. But you guys know me, I'm so extra. I like to do like the next level. So I'm taking a little bit of the spray. So I'm gonna be taking that like orangey red color. It's more of like an orangey color. And I'm just gonna be patting it. When I have a wet brush, I like to just go ahead and pat it all throughout the area where I am placing it so that it really lays down and it kind of lays that good foundation. We're gonna go back in with that deep color, that brown. It's like a cocoa, like a hot cocoa. And we're wrapping up the look. I am in love right now. These colors are phenomenal. I'm just gonna go in and blend everything out. That is like stunning. I'm obsessed with this. Next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is a liner. So I wanna make this a bold look. So we're gonna take my eyeliner and just line it. So I'm just taking my Araceli Ojos Perfectos liner and I'm lining right here, this waterline. I'm gonna be taking these Lily lashes in the style Rome. I've been also really into these. I feel like they're just like the perfect little length. I love these so much. I literally cut them to fit my eye shape perfectly and they're like so comfortable now. So this palette also doesn't have like pretty lighter shades to serve as like a highlight for the brow bone or anything. So I'm gonna have to use another palette. But I like the fact that they focus mainly on like the colors that you use on the lid and the crease and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put on some concealer And then we can go ahead and finish off the eye, because for this one I definitely do want to smoke out and just make it super like bold and glam. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have our concealer on, we look much more polished, and we can go ahead and do our lower lash line. I did go ahead and take a vanilla shade and put it for my brow bone highlight. I used the one from KKW Beauty Mario palette. That is like my go-to. But now we can move on to the lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking the shade that we used on the crease with the darker shade. But first I'm just going to go in with this shade. So I'm taking my little Morphe brush. This is my holy grail, my M508, for smoking out this lower lash line and really just doing it to full capacity. Then I'm going to be going in with the darker color, and I'm going to be placing it on top. I'm going to be going in with the brush that we used with the darkest color on the crease, and I'm going to be using that to kind of blend it out, because I really want to like smoke it, especially on this outer edge. I don't like to smoke it too much along this part because of my lines. I have like little fine lines. I don't want those fine lines to get product, but I definitely want to smoke it out here. And I do have those watery eyes, so I have to be mindful of that, because I don't want them to water too much. Then I'm going to be taking my Marc Jacobs pencil liner, and this one is in the color Brownout, and we're going to be using this right on our waterline, because I don't want to go in with black, because I kind of want to keep this all kind of warm and just soft and not so harsh and black. So you guys can see this is the completed eye. I love it. I feel like it's very easy to do. It just requires a few colors, and I feel like it's a perfect in the depth of fall when we are heading into Thanksgiving and all the great holidays. I just feel like this is the perfect look to pair with like a big chunky sweater, some boots, some jeans, just like a very cozy look. It's glam, but it's not scary glam where it's like too harsh of color. You can really create some really cozy looking eye looks with this palette, and I'm just here for it. Okay, so now that you guys have seen both of the looks, but I have to say I'm really impressed with these palettes. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know that I really love these small palettes by Huda Beauty. I feel like they're phenomenal. I personally like the small palettes way better than the larger palettes. Small palettes retail for $29, and the larger palettes retail for I think like $60 or so, and I'm just like, I can't go there. I've purchased I think 1 or 2 palettes, and I just honestly have never used them. Like they're not my thing. I just like smaller little palettes because I feel like I know exactly what I want to use. They're smaller, so I don't get overwhelmed with too many colors, and I feel like they're perfect for like every day, for on your vanity, for traveling. So first things first, you guys are probably wondering, where's the light palette? And to be completely honest with you guys, that one did not intrigue me. I had no desire to purchase that. I also feel like those colors look absolutely stunning on people with more fair skin. I feel like for me, I wouldn't get use out of those colors right now. But that's not me saying that I wouldn't recommend it to somebody else who's looking into it. If you're looking into it in the perspective of formula, I do have to say Huda Beauty has excellent formula. They come out with great products that really do well and that really work great on the eyes, as you guys saw in my review. So the medium palette was, I think, my favorite. I feel like I'm gonna get the most use out of this one. I feel like this one is definitely perfect for every day during the fall and winter time. Always like the fact that with the Huda Beauty palettes, you really get a good distribution of mattes and shimmers. So you get different textures in here. I do have to say that with the shimmers, they are very nice and texturized, not extremely texturized where you're like, oh my God, like, they don't work well with a brush, because some textured shadows, like you have to use your finger to really get that maximum capacity. But with these, they work great with a brush, and they have absolutely beautiful pigmentation, which you guys did see that. Now, for the mattes in the palette, they are just beautiful colors. I love how they made sure to include really good transition colors in here, and I feel like that's so necessary to create a full look. Having the pretty shimmers, but also having a distribution of your darker mattes and then your lighter mattes to serve as like that transition color between the darker color and then the shimmer. So that was really nice to see. These colors right here are so beautiful, and I said it in my little tutorial. I feel like these could be great just using them alone. Also, these more like lighter colors, like the pinky tone one and that like light brown, are excellent for like an everyday eye where you just want to slap that all over your eyelid and then run out the door with some mascara. It'll look great. So that's what I'm saying with this palette. I feel like you can really take it from a super easy 2-minute eye look to a more intense glam look. But now we're gonna move on to the Rich palette. So this is more of the darker toned palette. You have in here your more like out there colors, you know, that I feel like a lot of people may shy away from because they're like, ooh, they're too dark. But they're totally workable. They blend so nice. And I have to say, and I mentioned this earlier in the tutorials, but I really love the fact that with these, the fallout is very, very, very minimum. Even when I was applying it, I didn't worry about it getting on my foundation because it stayed in place. I feel like this palette is definitely a little bit more so out of my comfort zone. Like, it's not the palette that I would gravitate every single day, but it's definitely a fun palette for the holiday season. Only thing I wish they would have done with both of these is I wish they would have had like a light matte shade, like a vanilla shade, maybe different tones of the vanilla, because I feel like you can never go wrong with a nice vanilla shade, especially for like your brow bone highlight. I always love and live for a nice, beautiful vanilla brow bone highlight because I feel like brow bone highlight just wraps up the look. But besides that, I think these little palettes are excellent. I definitely do think that they're worth $29. I mean, you can't beat that price for all that you're getting in here. I feel like as we move through the years and as we see more palettes, it becomes harder and harder for me to really want to buy a big palette. I think for small little guys, or if you're just getting into Huda Beauty and you want to like branch into the eyeshadows and you want to know what it's about, I would definitely recommend checking out these little guys. And I mean, this is perfect timing because we are in Sephora Holiday Sale season, so you can pick these up for a little bit of less of a price. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. It was very highly requested when I asked you guys on Instagram polls if you wanted to see tutorials / review on this. I will be doing more polls on there, so follow me on Instagram. It's The Mexican Beauty. You guys will always reach me there, whether it's DMs, stories, posts, like you'll always see me on Instagram. So you can find me there when I'm not on YouTube. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys because I really love doing my palette reviews. Now, if you have checked out these palettes or you haven't checked out these palettes, don't forget to let me know your thoughts down below because I love interacting with you guys. You guys are my internet BFFs and I want to start conversations. So let's go ahead, have that down below. Also, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope that you enjoyed this video enough to stick around and become a member of family here on YouTube because I wouldn't want you guys to miss these videos for the world. So go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video and you get that little ring, ring, ring as soon as I upload. So that being said, I love you guys so much and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.